Hi, hey everybody. It's your girl, Nay Songs, aka Top Notch Trophy, and I'm back with the live. Did you guys notice anything different? Anything at all? No? Yes? Maybe? Okay. Okay. We'll let it be mysterious. But hey guys, so it's like a 5 a.m. here where I'm at in Florida. I couldn't sleep, y'all. So I decided to hop on live and cackle with the girls. If you guys are up, oh my God. This video, this very popular guy who's on a podcast down here in Miami. He's part of the team Fresh and Fit podcast. And recently he's gotten exposed for being a sugar daddy. And if you guys heard of Fresh and Fit podcast, they're one of those podcasts that is part of the manosphere that basically they have a very toxic message that they spread to their audience. Their audience are full of guys, and they basically tell men to, smash as many girls as possible, make your money, don't settle down, don't get married, don't fall in love. Falling in love is simping. Falling in love is like just a weak trait, I guess they would consider it. So it's just super funny because the way that one of the co-stars on the show got exposed for being a sugar daddy. And y'all know if I hear the term sugar daddy, sugar baby, I gotta hop in the chat. Like I gotta hop in the chat and do a little cackle. So hopefully you guys can hear me because I did get a new microphone. I have to hear, hold on, let me test it out to make sure that I can hear myself because my last live, the audio was like really going in and out. So let me see really quickly just to make sure that everything is going good with the audio. Hold on, give me just a second, guys. So it's very important that I make sure because I don't want to spend this whole live. Let's see. I have to make sure my volume is. It's very important that I make sure because I don't want to spend this whole live. Okay. So my audio sounds clear. That's checked. Good job. And it sounds good. It sounds good. Okay. So we're going to be sharing some videos today. We're going to be cackling. I just find it very funny and ironic when these guys get exposed for falling in love. Because I just don't understand why they would even have this message because it's super contradicting. Like they fall in love with women, they want to be monogamous, they want to have one main girl, but yet they tell men to stay single and just run through women when that's not a man's nature. A man wants to be giving and love a woman. Even if he's polygamous and he has multiple women, he still has a main woman that he always goes to. That's like his home, So let's go ahead and get started. I don't have everything pulled up. Maybe we'll pull up as we go along. Just to talk. But I didn't know what was going on, y'all, until I, watched Abba and Preach. I absolutely love Abba and Preach. They're every morning they post videos, and every morning their videos just put me in a good mood every day. Like every time they post videos, because I don't know. I guess his name is Preach. No, Abba. Preach. Preach is the one with the locks. He's super hilarious. Like his laugh is just contagious. So let's go ahead and share the video, guys, of these of Fresh from Fresh and Fit podcast getting exposed. Mind you, this podcast is right here in Miami. So this podcast is right here in Miami. You know, I live right down the street right up the street from Miami. And I don't know. I've thought about if I've ever gotten invited on this podcast, would I want to go? And I was like, nah, because they just absolutely disrespect the women on their show and just kick women out and do all that stupid stuff. And I'm like, I'm too grown for that. You know, I pay my bills on time. So uh I don't have time. I don't have time. I don't know why girls make time for that. So hey, if girls are looking for the exposure, I say do you. Do you, baby girl. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and start with sharing the video of Abba and Preach. Let me get out of all these windows on my home screen. So how are you ladies doing, by the way? Are you guys doing good? Let's see here. Alrighty. Okay, perfect. Oops, let's see. Okay, I think this is perfect. Okay, can you guys see appropriately? I think the audio is more important. Hopefully this sounds good. Let me know if there's an echo once I start playing.
Like, oh, you guys really wanted us to give them like a courtesy. That's the least we could have done before we do a video shitting on them. So I messaged Walter and I let him know, I'm like, hey man, just wanted to give you a courtesy heads up that we're going to cover you simping for a sugar baby. So I did let him know before we did a video on him.
Oh my God.
See, we learn, we grow, we get better.
It's so funny because they had a prior beef, right? They had a prior beef. So it's funny how I was like kind of shading him, letting him know that he's gonna do a video on him, but still shading him, like he said. Whatever, y'all heard what he said. But it's funny. All right, let's continue.
So I'm gonna say this before this whole thing starts. Too much? I personally do not care who anybody dates. Me, it's just like the need to lie to your fans, the need.
One more thing, I hope my videos don't get copyrighted. So one of my last videos got copyrighted. I guess I let it play for too long. So I'm gonna try to use snippets of this and not play the whole thing. I think we should play what's important, right?
And that she's into him for him. DJ Academics came on the podcast, said, hey, bro, that girl's not into you for you.
You said something on like last show when I was on. It was a little bit alarming.
I have to be careful what they want me for. That being said, this shorty here, bro, listen. That shorty there, bro, wants me for me, 100%. All right, see what you want.
You said that she was very different from every girl you.
Okay, so with that being said, you guys are seeing the couple right there. You know, I think that's Fresh. The one guy in the frame. I think his name is Fresh. I don't know if his name is Fresh or Fit, but obviously his name is I don't even know. I don't care about his name, but he was dating this white girl that he met off of Seeking. And something that really intrigued me about this was the fact that he met her off of Seeking. He tried to lie about it when he introduced her to the show. However, you know, people on the internet, they're going to do what they do. And they ended up, you know, digging up this girl's past and seeing that she was actually a girl on Seeking. Like, she has a profile. Her TikTok also, you know, promotes her getting money from men and stuff like that. So when this guy brought her onto the podcast and he was promoting her like she's so different, she's not a thought, she's not this, she's not that, or she's not a city girl, she's not a 305. And you see in other places they could call the hoes 304s, but in the 305 it's just 305. It's just the lifestyle here. People get into relationships for benefits. Men are there for, you know, the goodies, and women are there for the money. So it's just a culture down here. It's very prominent. I'm trying not to be a part of that culture. I know I'm trying to be a good girl, trying to get married, stuff like that. So with this for sure, it's super cringy the way that this guy just tries to bring her on, and he's just not genuine. He's just not a genuine person. I don't even think I should play this. Let me see. Actually, there's an even better video where she was talking and she was, you know, talking her stuff. So let's see if we can find it before I continue, actually. Is this it? Yeah, that's it. Okay. So yes, sir. I think I should just react to her video because her video is probably not monetized. So I probably won't get copyrighted for just reacting to her video. But I thought these clips went into the whole entire thing. If you didn't know what was going on, like Abba and Preach did a really good job at covering the story, making the appropriate edits to put the whole picture together on what's going on. So let's try to continue.
You meet Miami when I've heard you speak about every girl in Miami before. You generalize.
No, that being said, when I met her, I saw she hadn't been tainted yet. She had to be like in certain circles where, like, you know what? Damn, she's gone through the streets.
If he says that being said one more time, if he says that being said one more time,
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
I think I'm gonna have to.
But you know, that being said, let's just let the video play. Okay.
What does it mean that she's different and not thinking like a Miami girl? I just pointed you out.
I know, right?
Someone
Okay.
like.
Ran out, didn't give up about anything. People are getting whole 5 people stripes for my ass, so he colors the laying on the skin my ass, rich ass nigga. Yeah, I need to get y'all a Miami girl for sure.
Explain that because I've heard you say.
Yeah. So, for example, right?
This girl is sipping tea.
I think we all sipping tea on this situation. It's just absolutely redonkulous. It's just a show. It's for real. It's a show. It's a train wreck. I just don't like, nobody really likes Fresh that much because he comes off as a liar. He comes off as someone who's just not a genuine person. And these are the type of people that I try to warn you girls about. Like, y'all know back in the day, I had my account on Seeking Arrangement. And man, I gave you girls so many warnings on what to do and what not to do when it came to, you know, advertising yourself online as a sugar baby. And I think she broke every rule and it bit her in the butt in the end. So I really wanted to go over that as well with everybody. I wanted Avon Fresh video to play as well, so you guys could get a like backstory on what's going on. But I feel as though they're gonna be out here just joking a lot now.
Yes, please.
Explain.
Yes, explain. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You wake up. Mm-hmm.
If you watch the interview, one of the funniest parts is seeing all the Miami women being shat on while Walter's there, like, the white girl beside me is very different. That being said,
She's not into like designer,
Them white girls be the worst.
going crazy, like, oh, I need to have this and that.
Sure.
It's more like, she wants a good time with me.
Okay, I don't know why I just got this random link.
Oh my God,
Miami,
y'all,
Florida. Let's look through. Wait
wait
a second.
This is her getting exposed, her profile.
Wait
her
a
Seeking Arrangement
second.
profile. Oh my God.
22, still in college. Ooh.
Why do you think she's interested in you?
Ask her.
I was gonna say kind.
But she's so different. Oh my God. She's such a different girl. She's not like these 305s. She's a 304. She's a true 304. She's not like the 305s. We the actual different one. This girl is like everybody else. So let's continue.
I feel like the first
Merch.
day that I met you, having that genuine conversation on the boat, like
On a yacht.
Oh, on the boat.
This is what I wanted to point out, and I thought this was like sugar baby one-on-one. Like any woman who's actually out here sugar dating, like every woman knows, like in order for you to really get money from these guys, you have to give them like a girlfriend experience. Like you just have to just play along with it. Like you have to act like you're in love. You gotta act like you really care about them. You gotta act like, you know, since I looked into your eyes, I fell in love. It was love at first sight, baby. Yeah. Like you gotta put the game on them. Like if you act like you're just there for the money, then they're gonna treat you that way. You know, that's why I feel as though Fresh was definitely he was convinced that she genuinely liked him. And as a sugar baby, you already know that's your job to convince men that you like them and love them. And even though you really don't. You know, but it's just part of the job. It's like doing customer service. It's like act like you really care about the customer when you know you don't give a damn about their problems. It's just like that. So I think she did a really good job at convincing him. I can give her her points there. I think she did a really great job there. She gets an A in my book for getting him so wrapped up that he advertised her as different. Like, come on. That's how sugar babies get their foot in the door. Like, we don't have this mad independent woman syndrome. We're not so rough around the edges. A lot of us are refined. A lot of the sugar babies are refined. They know how to be on their best behavior and they know how to appeal to a man's ego. And I feel as though that's just an essence of being a woman. And it's so bad out here that these men have to go out on sugar baby sites to find that type of energy. And yo, it's crazy. Like, he found that energy and he wanted to keep it. He said, she is different. If your sugar daddy is not saying that you are different than the other girls, then you're not doing it right. Right? You're not doing it right. So, but we're gonna, you know, discuss on why I'm referring to him in my title as a salt daddy. We're gonna discuss that in just a little bit. Why I'm referring to Fresh as a salt daddy, because he is. And I think her name is Miranda. Miranda, she did a good job at convincing him, but she does need a little critique. Miranda, if you do end up watching this video, please contact me for a consultation. I don't do consultations frequently, but please contact me. It's not going to be for free. You will have to pay me. But please contact me, because if you're going to be doing things like this, we need to have a discussion, because all of the sugar babies need to get on the same page. We all need to get on the same page, okay? But anyways, we're gonna discuss why I'm saying that a little bit further. But let's go ahead and continue. Like I said, I think Miranda did a great job at convincing Fresh that she was actually genuinely interested. So let's go ahead and continue.
Was it 60 foot long? Was it 85 foot?
I couldn't even tell you. See, I am a very big personality person.
Another thing that I liked about her, how she carried herself on the podcast, you guys could hear DJ Academics asking her about Fresh's penis size. And she says she doesn't know anything about that. And I think that's very ladylike to do so. You know, if people are asking you about sex, I don't care if you did do something with them or didn't do something with them. You don't discuss it, especially not to outside people, and definitely not in a public setting. Like, you will make your value go all the way down. Like, if you're sitting there talking about a man's penis size in front of other people, like, it's distasteful. So I'm glad that she, you know, carried herself well on this platform.
Person. So if he came up to me and he just came and was like, "Hey, let me get your number," that's a no for me. The fact that he invited me, and he invited me out before, and it was just the fact that me and my roommate were sitting at home. No, me and my roommate were sitting at home, and I was like, "Wow, what are we gonna do tonight?" And then, like, at that moment, he texted me and he was like, "Hey,
ride with scooters or get on the yacht. Talk about it."
And
it's so cringy, because obviously the way that he was describing this girl, Miranda, everybody was like, you know, where did you meet her? And he wasn't honest. He didn't say that he met her off of Seeking. It was later on. It was, you know, all of the fans who did their research and saw that she was on Seeking and exposed the hell out of her. And she just said, oh, if he would have just came up to me and asked me for my number, I would have said no. But they had never been on a date. So how did he get your number in the first place? That would have been my next question. But, you know, the truth ended up coming out eventually anyway. So let's go ahead and continue.
He's right. I'm not a materialistic person at all. I could be if I wanted to. I don't care about that shit. Like, my dream car is a fucking Honda Civic. Like, I don't. There's nothing about me materialistic.
You said you invited you before. Why you didn't go before?
I was busy, or like I was. No.
You see, your problem is you think that because I have clout, everyone wants me for clout. However, for you, that's true. For me, it's not. I actually have game, bro. Right? That being said, hold on. That being
He actually has game, but he's meeting women on Seeking. Out of all of the women that are on his show, like, he had to go to Seeking to find a girl. Like, I don't know. That's super cringe to me. I don't know how these guys have like over 400,000 subscribers. Like, they're obviously frauds. They don't live that lifestyle that they advertise. It's just crazy. It's crazy to me. Like, it's just the mental, just me trying to wrap my head around it is just not happening. It's just a lot of holes in the story.
It's right, bro.
Yeah.
Your experience, right? With girls is tainted because you want to see it for clout. That shorty that bro wants this from me.
Whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. I said certified freak. 7 days a week. Wet ass P-word. Make that pull-out game weak. Yeah, you effing with some.
Yeah, this part is hilarious because after he said all that good stuff about Miranda, literally she was making TikToks of herself getting deposits on PayPal from a John, from whoever. I don't know who this guy was, sending her $200 and $300 and $400 at a time, but they were cashing out on her. And like, but to me, I understand her situation. Like, obviously I lived the sugar baby lifestyle for a while and it was fun. I loved getting deposits, especially when they had a comma on them, you know. But I definitely understand her situation. She's a college student and if she's not at school, she's being an intern where she's not getting paid and someone has to pay her bills. So, you know, I definitely applaud her for, you know, being courageous enough to advertise herself this way. But it all came back to bite her in the butt based on how Fresh decided to promote her. I wish they would have just been honest. If they would have just been honest from the beginning, it would have been different. And, you know, she would have had more respect. Fresh would have had more respect, but both of them lost credibility after the truth actually ended up coming out. So anyways, I don't know if you guys can really see. Let me try to open this up a little bit because I know it's kind of small. It's kind of small like this. Let me see. Okay, so you guys are seeing here that she was getting deposits. Let me bring this back a little bit. So you guys see here, someone was cashing her out on a PayPal, sending her $400.
Yeah.
All right, y'all see the deposits now. Y'all see it, don't y'all? It says 400. 400, 200, 60, 200, 250. The girl was getting some thousands. Okay, all of that adds up to, you know, probably 1,500 or something, 1,500. She was getting a couple thou wow from, you know, men, and I respect it. Especially you see, you know. You see.
Yeah, you effing with some wet ass P-word.
Bring it out. Oh,
can you explain what's on the screen? Her getting cash out.
I still
Can I
don't
ask you a
watch
question?
it.
Can I ask you- So you're essentially basically proving what they say is wrong in terms of you don't give a fuck about a high value man, right?
I don't know. Like, that's
You don't.
That's where she fucked up. She wasn't being honest. You do care about high value men. You do care about money. You do care about getting paid. That's why you have a seeking account in the first place, ma'am. Stop lying. But the funny thing is, when you meet a guy, it's like you have to put on some type of front, like you actually like them. So I feel as though that's the angle that she was going with. Maybe she did want to become a girlfriend, because typically these guys who are simping behind white girls, they don't care if this girl was a prostitute, a stripper, if she got exposed. Like Kim Kardashian has a whole sex tape where she's literally giving another guy head. She still got wifed up. So I feel as though where was I going with that idea? I lost my track of thought, y'all. But these guys be simping. Oh, okay, that's what I was saying. These guys be simping for these white girls, and they don't really care about their past. So I feel as though she would have been honest when she came into the scene, it would have been better. But everything blew up. So she didn't care about no high value man. Girl, bye. You wouldn't even be right there right now. You would be with your broke ass ex if that was the case.
No.
So
I care that he has a personality and I can be around
but
him.
you don't care he's a high value man.
No, I really don't. I did not care about his chain. I did not care about his watch. I don't care.
Beat it up.
Okay, y'all, let me play this on silent. So this is one of her TikToks as well. It says, when I say I have a type, this is what I mean. When she says she has a type, this is what she means.
Catch a charge. Extra large and extra hard.
She got exposed, man. She got her ass handed to her. Everything she posted online came back to bite her in the rear end. How embarrassing. That's why every guy that I date, not a sugar daddy, of course, but like if I do date someone that's serious, I let them know friend, like, hey, I used to be a sugar baby, because that happened to me before one time where I was, dating this guy, and he literally searched me and found all my videos online. And it was quite embarrassing. It was very embarrassing, actually. So, I just try to be honest. Not that it's not everybody's business, but if they ask me about it, I'll be like, yeah, that's me. That's the type of girl I am. That's who you're dealing with. So, get hip or get lost. It is what it is. Anyways, let's continue, guys.
Trying to be like in certain circles, really. You know what? Yeah, she's gone through streets.
Dude, she's doing one club. Honestly, she's doing this live stream. She's doing this for me, so I appreciate her for that.
Y'all, this is my favorite part of the video. Wait, this is my favorite part. Y'all gotta see it. It's so cringy. Look at how he's looking at her. Poor Fresh. Look at how he's looking at her. If she really liked him for him. Wait, y'all about to see. Hold on. Y'all about to see what's gonna happen. Let me not spoil it.
Well, it's inside.
I actually have game, bro, right? Game.
This is your alpha male dating coach. Listen.
No. I thought she liked him for him, and she literally curved him. She curved him. He tried to kiss her on camera, and she curved his ass. I wouldn't kiss his frog-looking ass either. Ew, he looks short, first of all. No.
I do a Kegel. Well, it's inside. Spit in my mouth. Look in my eyes. This keyboard is wet. Come take a dive.
Beta Bell.
I'm done. Oh my god. Oh my god. The way she just moved her head over to the side, slightly but surely. Yo, I would have felt so played if I was Fresh, man. I would have broke up with her ass that day. Like, how dare you? Like, But that's his own fault. Like he's crazy. He's crazy. Anyways, let's continue.
That's it. Okay.
So
How we met. The honest truth. No
with,
cap.
with no cap, we met on Seeking.
Yeah, so we met on there. We definitely spoke. And then I got Instagram. And that was it for like a couple months.
Yeah.
And we've been talking for like a minute.
We didn't talk for like months because I didn't really want to meet people for a while. I was kind of taking a break because I had an interesting like living situation at the time.
Mhm.
So I was not meeting people.
We're talking about the savagery of
All right. So if you guys know seeking arrangement, if you guys know just dating apps in general, that's usually how it is. Like, but that girl, she was like, I don't know, but typically that's how it is. Like, you exchange numbers with somebody and they may not even text you for like a month or 3 months. They might not even text you until Christmas or Thanksgiving, and then they want to hit you up with talking about Happy Thanksgiving. I'm like, dude, I haven't heard from you in like 6 months. Like, why are you texting me? That's so annoying. I hate when guys do that, like when they pop out of nowhere. But you know what? He did pop up. He popped up and he tried to, he asked her out on a date to go on a yacht. So I thought that was good on his part. But at the end of the day, he was just flashing his lifestyle. But I thought this part was interesting as well. It has nothing to do with like being a sugar or anything like that, but it was interesting. I kind of want to skip over this part, but whatever. Let's go ahead and play.
of women nowadays.
Yeah.
Last week you were with this dude. This week you're with this dude. I see everything. I'm not gonna say no names, but I will say she's here.
Oh,
and she's beside Fresh.
what the fuck? Oh, baby girl.
So y'all heard what happened. Basically, the girl got exposed right there on the podcast. One of the, others, he said that he's basically implementing that Miranda had slept with someone else on the show, one of the other guys on the show. And this, oh my God, Fresh just has a lot of pie on his face right now. He's just a laughing stock. I can't even lie. He's just a laughing stock. Like, it's hilarious. But anyways, let's keep going.
Oh mon Dieu. Funny, she was ready to date. Oh mon Dieu. She was ready to date. She was ready to date. Let's just keep on.
Okay, so now that I think that's enough for the video with Auburn Preach. Like, I don't want my video to get copyrighted, so I'm not gonna continue to play because their video almost has 1 million views. And I feel as though my video might get copyrighted, but whatever. Anyways, I think that's enough. Let's go ahead and stop sharing with that. And yeah, so far you guys see, Miranda and Fresh. You guys see Fresh was part of the Fresh and Fit podcast, very popular podcast, right? And the girl that he brought onto the show was supposed to be a girl that was very special to him. However, they had that on the seeking arrangement site and all that. I just wanted to point out, the good behavior that Miranda displayed while she was on the podcast or whatever. Like, she didn't expose any sexual nature. She made it seem as though she really is interested in Fresh. And I feel as though, she has characteristics of a good sugar baby. However, let's go ahead and play her actual video that's on her channel. I think this video is pretty important to watch as well. To give you girls some pointers on, what's going on in these streets. Alrighty, y'all. So can you guys see? Okay. So this is her video on her actual page on her channel where she's addressing Fresh and her whole situation with him. But there was something that she specifically said that I wanted to address.
I'll start off by saying that I am not ready to make this video. I don't want to make this video. My plan was pretty much to just let everything pass and not make a video at all because I'm okay with people hating on me. I'm okay with the hate comments. I really don't need people to believe
my side or pick a side because I don't think there even should be. But my name has been constantly dragged to the mud. And if you are new here, my name is Miranda, and I'm just going to go through all the rumors and tell you what I think about it. And that's it.
Alrighty, guys. So we're going to get into the actual important stuff because the men had their gripe with Fresh, and I have my gripes with her as a girl, as a woman. So let's go ahead and listen to what she had to say as far as, you know, being that she met Fresh on a sugar daddy site. I would have expected her to get some money from him. I would have expected her to, you know, get some type of something from him. But let's go ahead and listen on to what she had to say.
So I'm just gonna go right into it and address the seeking arrangements, sugar baby, entire rumor. It's obviously not really a rumor. There's proof that I was on the site. However, me and Fresh did meet on that site, and it was completely like a dating site for me. Instead of using a Tinder, Bumble, whatever, I realized fairly quickly that I didn't like guys my age after my last sex because I felt like.
How are you just using Seeking as just a dating site when Seeking Arrangement is specifically created for established men to meet young, pretty women? And you know you aren't going to find your husband on there. So I don't know what she's talking about. Talking about she's just using it as a dating site. Then you're just wasting your time if you're just using it as a simple dating site. You're just wasting your time, wasting everybody's time.
Okay, maybe like older guys are more mature. They have their shit together. Maybe they're more mature. I found that out the hard way that that's not really the case, but I use Seeking Arrangements as more of a dating app because
that's mistake number one, baby girl. That's
just what I found worked for me. I met a good amount of decent people on that app, and what started as more of like a financial reason because of COVID and not having a job and not being able to get a job genuinely turned into wanting to find somebody that I could be with and only with for long term and not feel the pressure of having to do everything myself, because that's what I've always felt in past relationships is that I was always giving and like.
Okay, so she wanted to go on Seeking Arrangements to find a guy that was older, right? I feel like there's a few contradictions in what she's saying. She's saying that she went on there initially to look for someone for financial reasons. And then she said that she's you know, COVID and everything, she was trying to, you know, get her some money. And then she decided that she's just going to use it as just a regular dating site because she's met so many cool guys on there, right? I don't think that's just false. That's false. It's not true. You're on there looking for money from start to beginning. But let's go ahead and continue.
Like not getting anything back. So I kind of wanted that change in my life. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with being on the site. I think it's still a really
Nothing's wrong with being on a site. Something's wrong with
lying. On it. But that being said, like I met Fresh and it took a while for us to meet up because I wasn't in a place where I felt I should be meeting up with new people. I wasn't in a good living situation. So there really was no way for me to be like, okay, like, yeah, you hit me up to go out to dinner. That's great. I'll come. So it was a while before we even met up, but he was aware of me being on the app or the website. And there was no issue with it until it went public. But I never asked for Fresh. Like, I never asked Fresh for any money. He didn't pay for my apartment.
Whoa. Flag on the play. She said she never asked Fresh for anything. If you're on a Seeking Arrangement site, if you're on a sugar daddy site, why aren't you asking men for stuff? Like, what's your purpose of being on the website? Everybody knows if you're on a seeking arrangement website, then you're there for money, you're there for finances, you're there to go out to fancy restaurants, you're there to go, have a certain lifestyle. As like, she's used to being like that because she's had men sending her money before. She's been flued out and everything. So my thing is, why lie? Like, why get on here today, November 26th, and lie to people's faces? Like, it just doesn't make sense. So just be honest. It's like, just be honest. Like, just be honest, man. You'll get further in life if you're honest. I'm just saying. But the thing is, she said she didn't ask Fresh for anything.
He didn't pay for any clothes. He didn't pay for any of my furniture, which is literally just a bed. I genuinely wanted him for who he was, and I got to know him super well, and it became very apparent to me that I wanted him to be in my life somehow.
Oh, girl, she is so convincing, isn't she? She is so convincing. Like, I like that she stays in character, acting like she really is interested in Fresh. I feel as though that's a great trait to have. Like, be an actress, baby. Ride it out. Ride it all the way out. But, man, I just feel as though, what's the point of even posting this video if you're not even going to be honest? Because if you're on a sugar baby website, you're on there to get money. You're on there for finances. You're on there to find stability. You're not on there to actually date anybody long term. So stop the cap. If you listen to Fresh, the way he speaks, he doesn't sound like an intelligent Black man. He doesn't sound smart at all. He just doesn't give me the vibe that he's actually capable of carrying a relationship. Like, he's kind of slow, so. For her not to ask Fresh for anything, I feel like that was a waste of time for her on her part. So all of this was just a waste,
And we just had like a really good connection from the very beginning. And I knew I didn't need to ask him for anything. I've never asked anybody for anything, even people that I've met on the site in the past. It was always a date. It was always, hey, there was never, I'm going to meet you here and you're going to give me $800. I personally didn't do that. I don't like asking for things from anyone.
So my thing is, okay, so this is why I'm calling Fresh a salt daddy, because there's some guys who literally go on these websites, and that's literally what they do. They get these girls' number, they fill their phones up with phone numbers from, hot, sexy women, and they don't give these girls anything in return. They don't give them any money. They don't give them anything. Like, all she left with the situation was a little bit of clout, and it was mostly hate more than support. So I'm like, what's the point? Like, why are you even going to the situation if you can't even brag about what you got from him? Like, I wouldn't even make a video if I didn't get anything. Like, I would have made a video only if I was able to get a car, get my bills paid, get my house furnished. Like, that's the only way I would have made a video. If I was her, I would have just let it fly just say nothing. But I feel as though she had to really defend herself, because I'm not going to show that video, but Fresh did go on Academics. Academics show, you guys know DJ Academics. He has a really big, following as well on YouTube. And basically they had a phone call where Academics was holding, Fresh accountable for how he was treating this girl, because everybody considered her as a thought. However, what really was terrible for me and why I felt hurt for her, and I had some type of a little bit of pity towards her, is because Fresh went on to Academic show and he was blasting poor little Miranda and was saying, oh yeah, I didn't give her anything. So that, both of them are saying, he's saying he didn't give her anything, and she's also saying he didn't give her anything. But in the same breath, he was saying how, she gave him head She, she gave him fellatio. She gave him that mouth that got 3,000. And, she also, laid down with him and opened her legs for him and, opened her body up for him. And she received nothing in return but to go on this podcast and be advertised as some girl that she's not. And then everything blew up in her face. Like, I just respect honesty over everything. Honestly, both of them, she was mirroring him in his energy. That's why she's still on her line today. However, with that whole situation, like I said, a lot of guys do go on these websites that have all these beautiful women, and they just sleep with the girls. They just sleep with the girls. They don't give the girls anything. Like, if I was a real man, if I was a real man, and if I was in Fresh's shoes, I know, like, he really started off trying to give this girl some type of status, but it all blew up. But, in return for all of the hate that she received, I would have gave her something. Like, I would have furnished her apartment. I would have gave her something, for all her pain and getting dragged through the mud. He's so wrong for not giving her anything at all. Like, he's so wrong for that. I just don't respect that. And that's why I always advertise to girls, if you're going to be meeting guys online, you have to get your money up front. Like, on the first date, the first time you guys meet, you have to get something. You can't let it go without getting anything, because if you pass up the opportunity to get money on the first date, then you're just wasting your own time. Because if you don't get it on the first day you meet him, he's not going to give it to you on the second date. He's not going to give it to you on the third date. He's not going to give it to you on the fourth date. He could do everything to you, have sex with you, and fold you up in all type of positions, bend you over in all type of positions, do everything to you, probably do it with you with no condom, and he's still not going to give you anything. Like, you have to get your money up front. You have to get it up front. On the first day, you got to get that money. But man, that's just like the main reason why, I decided to leave this lifestyle of being a sugar baby, because it's like a lot of girls get on the internet and they say that they have this, that they're getting this, they're getting that. Like, maybe one guy did it for you, but not every guy you run into is going to give it to you. A lot of these girls do give out free cat, man. I'd rather give out free cat to someone that I'm actually interested in and actually like. And someone that actually I'm attracted to. I don't know how that girl was attracted to Fresh, because he looks like a frog to me. Like, he looks like a frog, or like a little, like, his face is just like, ew. I don't know how she had that girl got more nerve than me, man. To have that looking like on top of me, sweating on top of me, like, ew, that's gross. Ew. And then he didn't give her anything. That was the worst part. Like, damn, how can a man do that to a woman? Like, at least offer. Like, she was humble enough not to even ask you. Like, he could have been a man about it and just gave her something, but because he has to keep up this bravado and keep up this image with his podcast, he left her with nothing. And she allowed that. Like, she literally allowed it. She brought it on herself, I feel as though, because if you're not about your money, these guys are not going to be about money with you. These guys, they're meeting you on a social media platform. Even guys that are in my DMs on Instagram, I don't take them serious, because I'm just like, they're probably in every girl's DMs. If you want, and I always tell girls, if you guys want to meet actual real sugar daddies, you have to go out and meet them in person. Because you will turn a regular guy into a sugar daddy. He won't even know that he's a sugar daddy. But if you're on social media sites advertising that you're a sugar baby and everything, these guys aren't going to take you serious. They're just going to look at you like you're just a sex worker. You're just a girl to just get paid for a fun time. And the worst thing that she did is she didn't even get paid. Like, that was the whole point. That was the whole point. You miss your whole objective. Like, you get an F for that. I liked you. I think she's very convincing. I think she really did try to, like, put on her feminine energy with him and try to, like, give him the works as far as like acting like she was in love. And I feel like that's going to be good for her in the long run, especially like other men she's going to be introduced to other men through all of these viral situations. And who knows, like, probably the next guy is probably going to be like, you know, thinking she's actually a girl that wears her heart on her sleeve, and he's probably gonna want to give her a chance because he's gonna think she's naive. That's the only reason. That's the only reason he's gonna think. That's the only reason why another man will go after her and after finding her online. But the thing is, with that, the next guy that she runs into, he's probably not gonna give her any money either because he's gonna be like, you know, you let this guy f you. He looks like a frog, and he got this big platform. He probably is making hella bread from his, you know, audience, but he ain't give you no money. And I'm a CEO. I'm way better than this guy. I'm a CEO. I got a business. Um, and you think I'm gonna pay you after you let this guy get that and he didn't pay you? You think I'm gonna pay you? So it's like some guys have that mentality. If the last guy didn't treat you well, they're not gonna try to treat you well either. Like, have you ever had a situation where you told like a guy that you're actually interested in about your history? You're like, yeah, oh my God, my last ex, he used to like, for example, he used to cheat on me a lot or whatever. And then you notice that this guy, he starts cheating, like the new guy that you're dealing with, that you told, hey, my ex used to cheat on me. I don't like cheaters, my ex used to cheat. Now you notice that this new guy is starting to cheat. So it's like that's just an example, you know, just the first example I could think of. But it's like when you go and you tell people your business as far as how someone treated you in the past, you know, some people may feel as though that's a green light for them to treat you that way as well. So if I was her, I would have at least, I would have lied. I would have been like, yeah, he furnished my apartment. He put money in my account. No, she would have had to have the receipts for that. But I would have been like, yeah, he actually did do stuff to me. Like, even if he didn't, I would have like, if you lying, you might as well lie all the way. Make yourself look good in the process. Don't let these guys play on you. Like, she really got played on. She got played. She got played by a frog looking guy. Oh my God. You got played by the frog. How sad is that? Like, I would cry at night if I was in her situation. Like, there's no way. There's no way. There's no way. Like, ew. So I think that's about it for, you know, what I wanted to discuss when it came to that. I did, you know, note out some things that I did like about Melody, or whatever her name is, Melanin. No, her name is not no damn Melanin. She ain't got no damn Melanin. Her name is Melinda. No, Marilyn. No, Melissa. No, Megan. No, what's her name? Shit, I forget. I'm so bad at names, guys. Miranda. Okay, Miranda. So like I said, there was some positive traits that I liked about Miranda, you know, carrying herself as a sugar baby, making it seem like she actually was interested in him. However, I just didn't like that she didn't get any money. Like, are you slow? Are you dumb? You don't like, you're on the sugar baby website and you didn't get any money from him? And this is how she started off her video, y'all.
My plan was pretty much to just let everything pass. So I just want to start off by saying that I am not ready to make this video. I don't want to make this video. My plan was pretty much to just let everything pass and not make a video at all, because I'm okay with people hating on me. I'm okay with the hate comments. I really don't need people to believe. But my name has been that I haven't talked. I'm gonna continue in this situation because pretty much I got finessed in this situation.
Okay, you guys heard it for yourselves. She said it herself. She got finessed in this situation. Ooh, girl, hold on. Let me show y'all her face when she said it. Let me show y'all her face when she said that she got finessed. Y'all see her face, little Miranda? Poor thing. Poor naive thing.
But I can only really blame myself in this little stupid, I guess, because pretty much I got finessed in this situation.
Did y'all hear that?
Because pretty much I got finessed in this situation. Because pretty much I got finessed in this situation. Because pretty much I got finessed in this situation because pretty much I got finessed in this situation.
Did she get finessed?
But I never asked for anybody for anything, even people that I've met on the site in the past. It was always a date. It was always him, much less somebody that I don't know. And even looking back at it, I'm not mad that I didn't get anything out of the situation because he was great. It was great while it lasted. But I maybe should have known better. But as far as seeking arrangements, there was no secret there, and it really wasn't until it went public that it became an issue. But
oh my gosh. Y'all heard it from the horse's mouth. She got finessed and she gained nothing from the situation. So many girls. Imagine how many more women like that are in that situation where they're getting absolutely nothing from guys. However, you're letting them flaunt you around. You're letting them show you to their boys, and he's claiming you as his girl. But in the background, he's really not doing anything to prove to you that he's your man. It's ridiculous. I mean, I've even been in a situation before with my previous ex, but I expected that from my ex because my ex was like, I didn't meet him on a sugar baby website, and I just wanted to date somebody regularly. Like, I didn't come into that situation with like a sugar mindset, you know? But like at the same time, I want a provider guy, and he just wasn't that. So, you know, I did give up the cookies too soon, and I found out that, he wasn't a provider guy at all, So I had pie on my face, but at the end of the day, I didn't go into it with that intention. So I wish if she would have came out like that, then I would have liked her more. But I feel as though she's still lying through her teeth. I feel as though she's telling the truth as far as he didn't give her anything. I believe that. But she gave him everything, she gave him so much access, and she didn't have any boundaries. She didn't have any boundaries. She didn't have any red lights. She didn't say, no, I'm not comfortable doing this. No, hey, I'm moving into a new place. Can you at least help me with my, furnishing? Can you just at least furnish my apartment? Buy me a headboard, get me a TV. Give me some carpets. Carpets are real expensive, y'all. I did not expect carpets to be that expensive. Little rugs, they be real expensive. She could have asked for anything, like at least one thing. Get her a couch, a love seat. Get her like some curtains, some shower curtains or something. Get the girl something. Get the girl some damn dish soap so she could wash her dishes. Get her something. But him not to do anything, it's just so irking to me. Like that just that grinds my gears, man. Like I feel so mad for her. I feel so upset for her. But at the end of the day, she signed up for what she signed up for. If she didn't require anything of him, and that's what he gave her, nothing. So obviously, she brought herself into that situation. She had very low standards. To say that she's a sugar baby, she had very, very low standards. Like, sugar babies are some of the most luxurious women. Like, we like nice things. We like to go nice places. We like deposits in our bank account. And she's shown that she could do it. But for her to get with this top hitter, this high value frog, and he does nothing for her, like, girl, you could have stayed home for nothing. You could have stayed home. You could have stayed home, So, oh my gosh, I just feel horrible for that girl. But hey, she brought it upon herself. She had low standards, no boundaries. She put on a good act as far as acting like she was really interested in him, which I feel like she did great there. Even till this day, like she probably still tell everybody that, oh my God, I wish he would, we're like besties. And they only know each other for like a month and a half. You guys, they only knew each other for like a month and a half. And all of this happened with her. It's crazy. But she was crazy too. Like, oh, it was just a mess. It was a mess. So I'm not going to stay on for too long. That was my little 2 cents. Yeah, no, I'm not really in the sugar baby bowl anymore. I done hopped out the sugar baby bowl. I hopped in. I got what I needed to get, and I hopped out. I hopped out. So, but the sugar baby life still interests me. I'm still all for it. I love the drama. It keeps me going. So I'm gonna call it a night, guys. Okay, I haven't gone to sleep yet. 6 o'clock now. So I'm gonna go ahead and head out. So yeah. You guys have a good night. Or hold on, let me check something before I log out. You guys remember my seeking arrangement video? I would hate to review myself. I feel as though that's so cringe to like review yourself. But hey, you guys, if you're on the live, please give the video a thumbs up before you go. Okay, so hold on. Baby, are you coming for the ride? I just want to look into your eyes. I just want to stay for the night. Get your vibe. Baby, we can hit the door with 305. Hypnotized by the light. By the way, if you guys don't know, I have so many videos on sugaring. I didn't even realize how many videos I had on sugaring. This is wild. I have so many videos on sugaring. But let me tell you, ladies, if you're sleeping with these guys that you're meeting online, you're not going to get any money. They're not going to take you seriously. They're just not. That's why I feel as though Fresh was so comfortable to go on Academic's page and just drag that girl and say that she gave terrible head. Like he really like dragged her. He said that she didn't give good head. Her sex wasn't good. Like it was terrible. Like poor Miranda, she got dragged, man. He could at least gave her something for that, for real. If I was her, I would have sued his ass or something. Like there's no way I would let him get away with that on such a grand scale. Like gosh, that's cruel, man. That's really cruel. But I always tell you girls, man, I try to give you girls the best advice that I can in order for you guys to get,
Hello,
money from guys, but y'all just out here being crash dummies. And if you're crashing, I can't help you. You got to level up your game because women got game too. These men, he want to get on the podcast talking about he got game and stuff like that. Like what? He had more game than her. Like, and he's a dummy. He had more game than her, and he's like really dumb. So man, that girl, she deserved way better than that. But y'all, this is one of my old videos from when I was out in Sweden. You guys remember this time? This is when I got flew out by my sugar daddy at the time, my little African sugar daddy. He brought me to London, and then we flew out to his home in Sweden, and I was giving advice on girls how to get meat fees. So if anybody needs advice on, how to get meat fees, I think that's the most important thing. Like you have to get a meat fee. You have to get money on the first date. There's no way that you're going to be successful in this game if you're going on free dates and doing things for the free. Like absolutely not. So let's review my video, giving you girls some game. I said it in one of my old videos, how to negotiate meat fees. If you haven't watched my go over, it's up to you on the price. Before setting up a date with a man, tell him your intentions. Tell him that, you're looking for a sugar daddy. Like a girl like me, I'm very straight up. I'm very straight and to the point because all those fancy words trying to decorate it nicely, some guys is just going to go right over their head. Or some guys, If you come out directly, it might rub them the wrong way. But for me, it doesn't matter. Everybody that I used to talk to on Tinder, I would literally tell them, if you want to meet with me, it's $200. Some people, their prices are higher. Some people, their prices are $400, $600, $1,000. It's completely up to you on what you decide your meet fee to be. Me, I was just starting out. So, okay, that's, my little piece of advice for you girls, as far as getting a meet fee, because man, these guys, oh my God, if you're not giving a meet fee, what's the point of even getting into this? What's the point of even being on Seeking? What's the point of being on Seeking arrangement if you're not going to set up a meet fee? It's just a waste of your own time. I just don't get it. I don't get the point. And I have so many videos, man, that's really, talking about this stuff. But girls are still out here crashing. It's really pathetic at this point. This is another video that I want you guys to see that I made that talks about men who sell dreams. And this is a video from another YouTuber. I was reacting to another YouTuber's page. I think his name is Sin and Sinner, or Sinner and Sinner, or whatever, Saint and Sinner, something like that. And he was, making a video about how he sells women dreams in order to get into their draws. And, Saint and Sinner also talked about how he had met some gold diggers in California. And, all he had to do to get in her pants was sell her a dream and give her bubble gum and dick. And she was on her back. She was wide open, like a bald eagle. Just spread her wings open like this and let him in. And he didn't give her anything. So these are the games that men play continuously. These are the men play continuously and are going to continue to play if you women do not smarten up. You ladies are ruining the game by giving out free cat. You're ruining the sugar bowl by constantly giving men sex that do not deserve it, that have not earned it. And it pisses me off the fact that these girls act like they're so naive, like they don't know what they're signing up for. Like, if you're going to be a hoe all the way. If you're going to be a hoe, be a paid hoe. Do it right. If you're going to be a 304 and guys are going to be talking crap about you online and talking about your sexual encounters and endeavors, be paid. Like, be paid. Be already paid on the back end. Y'all wasting everybody's time and y'all ruining the sugar bowl. You're ruining the actual concept of having a sugar daddy. You're making everybody look bad. If this is what we have to represent us, Miranda, you're fired. I'm taking your sugar baby card. I'm revoking it. Okay. You don't deserve to call yourself a sugar baby. You know what? I'm trying to be nice to her because she did actually prove, through her little TikTok videos that she has been receiving deposits from guys. But man, how could you be with this guy Fresh who looks like a damn turtle? He looks like a frog. He's just not cute. He's not handsome and he's not smart. How could you let him play you? Like, and then on oh my God, no, there's no freaking way. I would have went on his podcast, and that night, if he didn't give me any money, I would have broke up with him and I would have left him looking stupid because everybody would have been asking about me. Everybody would have been like, where's Miranda? Where's Miranda? Where's Miranda? Where's the girl that you said, was so different that you really liked? And he would have had to say, oh, well, she broke up with me, or he would have had to make up his own lie. But ladies, you got to be willing to walk away. You don't give a man everything. You just don't give a man everything. Not in the sugar dating world, not in the regular dating world. You don't give a man everything. You have to have your boundaries. You have to carry yourself with a certain level of mindfulness before you get yourself into a situation that's going to embarrass you. She completely embarrassed herself, man. I feel terrible for her. I mean, and she should have done better. She should have done better. So you guys already know the story with Saint and Sinner, where he was, going off and saying how he only gave girls dick and bubble gum because he was selling dreams. And I feel as though they were, with Miranda and Fresh's situation, they were both selling each other dreams. But at the end of the day, she didn't get anything out of it. He got pussy. He got to show her off and everything, but she got nothing. They can get with their shenanigans, okay? Making him be doing that.
So I said, okay, look. I said, hey, let's go to Colombia. She's like, okay, fantastic. I said, okay, great. So I tell her this. Then a week later, I go to Colombia without her, and I call her, like, hey, what are you up to? And she says, oh, I'm just doing X, Y, and Z, something mundane. And she's like, oh, what are you up to? Well, I'm in Colombia. And she loses it, flips the fuck out. Well, it's understandable. We all have to deal with disappointment. But the thing is, you learn a person in their disappointment. We can all be happy and peaceful when there's no challenge. But when there's challenge and disappointment, you learn a person. So when I removed that carrot that I offered of a trip to Colombia, then I saw that she was super pissed and she didn't want.
Okay. Of total woman, I think it's okay. Lovely, not a week later. He expects this one. You're not quick. But you ready? He's gonna think profound. And she reacted in the giving her Colombia. Not do it. I know.
How did
Marquette? Understand like
then shit, but hard dick and bubble. And I guess some. And I didn't have to give her shit. I got literally everything I wanted from her. And
okay, so this is the part of the video that I wanted to play for you guys. Sorry, I was looking for the part where literally a man will brag about everything that he took from you. He will brag that he didn't give you anything. He will, like, this is an accomplishment to these dusties. That what type of men are these? These guys are not legitimate men. These guys are still boys that are playing and trying to wear big man pants, but they're not. At least Academics, when he was messing with that one girl, whatever, Cat Stacks, when Academics was messing around with Cat Stacks, at least Academics bought the girl a damn Range Rover. Like, he bought her a Range Rover and sent her about her damn merrily way. I respect Academics more than these freaking weirdos who's out here just leading women on and giving them nothing in return. So let's continue to hear what this guy has to say, because I feel like it ties into today's video. It really does.
I spent $0 on her. I got literally everything I wanted from her and some, and I didn't have to give her shit but hard dick and bubble. And I guess a one-way ticket to get the fuck out of my face. Now, that's a lesson for everyone, which is number one, she was sold a fantasy. She was sold a dream, mostly by her damn.
I'm weak. I'm like watching myself laugh, and it's making me laugh. But it's just so freaking fucked up. It's messed up, you guys. It's so messed up how these guys will take advantage of you if you're naive. And you will think that it's love. Like, you'll dead ass think that you might love this guy. But he's not there for that. He's there to get what he can get between your legs. Like, that's their goal. That's their whole goal. That's their whole mission. And if you are naive enough to let that happen, he's going to take that as every right to walk all over you, walk all over your dignity and your self-respect as a woman. He's not going to respect you. And I tell women this all the time. Like, it's just ridiculous how many girls fall for it continuously over and over and over and over and over again. Like, when will you learn? But you know what? Some people have to go through it on their own in order for them to actually learn the lesson. So I don't hold that against her. You know, everybody has to go through their trials and tribulations in order to improve. So I just, hope that, girls learn from this situation. Women that are actually, watching all of this go down. Like, if you're trying to get into the sugar bowl, do not give your coochie up to these guys, because it's just, it's not worth it. Especially before you get anything, like before you even get like $100, and $100 is so cheap. Like, what the hell? Let's play that one more time.
Great things for the I spent $0 on her. I got literally everything I wanted from her and some, and I didn't have to give her shit but hard dick and bubble. And I guess, a one-way ticket to get the fuck out my face. Now, that's a less.
That is just absolutely, ugh. That is the hard reality. That's the harsh reality for women. Like, we are out here dealing with salt daddies. This is why Black men have such a bad reputation in the sugar dating world. Like, a lot of girls, you'll hear a lot of women complain that they do not want to deal with Black men because Black men are absolutely cheap. Not all of them, but a lot of them are absolutely cheap. They're absolutely like worthless when it comes to sugar dating. They just could not, they just aren't really down for it for real. They're just not really interested in actually being about that life. Like, they'll come in and take all of the, reap all of the benefits, but they're not going to put in any work in order to, you know, give you the things that you need. They're not there to give you a helping hand. They're not there to listen to your problems and try to make your life easier. They're there to take and take and take and take and take and continuously take, and then turn around and mock you and drag you through the dirt, drag you through the mud if you let them accomplish their mission. So, you know, ladies, I just, you know, hope that you guys, you know, continue to, oh Lord, continue. Like, this is just a cautionary tale. Like, keep your legs closed. Especially you ain't getting nothing. You haven't gotten anything. Why are you giving your coochie to this guy? You haven't gotten anything. Why are you opening your legs, sis? Why? Why? Y'all thought y'all was gonna be together forever? No, he does this to every woman. He tries to bang every woman. If she, like, oh my God, this girl should have, oh my God, Miranda, pass me the ball, please. Please pass me the ball. Because I would have did what Cat Stacks did to academics. I would have made him buy me a whole new car. Baby. I would have made him buy my little dog a little dog house. Somebody was gonna get in them pockets. Like, that girl, she completely fumbled the bag. Like, completely fumbled the bag. So, you know, salt daddies, they're everywhere, ladies. Man, they're everywhere. Like, there's literally more salt daddies than sugar daddies in the Black community. Like, these guys, they don't want to pay for anything. Even if they have the resources, they still don't want to pay you because they don't want to feel like they're simping. They don't want to feel like they're simping, but really, in actuality, you're just taking care of a woman. You're not simping. You're just taking care of a woman, what a man should do. The girl, she played her part. Like, she played her part. Miranda played her part. She thought, you know, by acting like she was in love with the guy, that was going to get her further, but she just got played. She got played. Like, she got played. She thought this guy was going to change for her, and I don't know what the hell she thought, honestly. Honestly, she need her sugar car revoked. Because the way she fumbled that, she really had a chance to make an example out of Fresh, but she fucked up. She did not do it right at all. Like, I be telling girls, if these guys don't want to give you money, I don't care if they bringing you on yachts. Like, I don't care about the experiences that they're giving you, because experiences are fun, but if they're not giving you any money, then it's like, what's the point? This girl was like damn near homeless, living in her car. And he said that, literally, Fresh said that on Academic's show. He was like, oh, I wasn't going to give her anything. She's homeless. She lives in her car. I wasn't going to give her anything. Like, bruh, how could you sleep with a girl that you know is homeless and living in her car? Like, how could you sleep with her and not give her anything? That is as a man, how could you sit back and watch that play out? How could you let that happen in like the gut of your stomach? How could you just let that happen? Like, a woman sleeping in her car. Do you know how dangerous that is? Anybody could pull up to her car and try to rob her in the middle of the night. Anything could happen. Anything could happen to her. That's what I'm saying. These guys are not providers. Like, a lot of Black guys, they just fail in a lot of categories. Like, they're just not protectors and not providers. Like, a real sugar daddy, a real guy who was actually interested in caring about her would have at least put the down payment on her new apartment, would have given her the first and last month's rent. Like, even if you didn't maintain her bills, even if you didn't, you know, give her the rent every month, you could at least put her in the door and change her life. Like, I feel as though that's a real good sugar daddy, like a man that's gonna change your life, a man that's gonna level you up, and a man that's gonna level out your life is a man that you need. Like these guys who are just playing around, running around, just wasting your time. What's the point? What's the point? What's the point? You're wasting your time, and they're losing more and more respect for women every time you open your legs for them. They just lose more respect for women, and they think they can get over on every woman when you do that. They think they can get over on every woman when you sit there and you give your legs to them for nothing. Whether they're a boyfriend or a sugar daddy, you met them on a dating site, or you met them at the bar, you met them in a club, it doesn't matter. If a guy's spending time with you, he should be paying for something. Even my ex, he wasn't the richest guy, but he still came through on little things that I needed. He still came through on the little things that I needed. Like, did this guy did he even buy you lunch? Did Fresh even buy you lunch, Miranda? I need to know. Did he even like ever take you out on a nice dinner and bring you somewhere exclusive? Because I know when you're like on a yacht, like you guys may think yachts are expensive to rent, but they're not. Especially if there's like you're getting a yacht with people. It's not just you and him on a yacht. It's typically you and like 10 other people that are on the yacht. And typically what happens with the yacht, it may be, $2,000 to rent it for 8 hours or whatever the case is. Usually the boys just split up the price amongst each other. So it would be like $200 to rent the yacht for the day if it's like a whole bunch of guys on the boat. So for me, it's like, what are you doing? You're on a cheap thrill. You're on a yacht. You're on a cheap thrill. Okay, he took you on a yacht. Okay, fine. Okay, whatever. But honestly, he should have took you shopping. You should have said, no, I don't want to go on a yacht because I need some bikinis, or I need to book a appointment to go get a wax, or I need, to go shopping to go get a bikini. Like that could have been the easy play right there. Like, hello, this man was literally contacting you. That's probably why he thought that she was different, because he literally thought that she was in love for real. I feel as though she did a good job with that, but still, man, she's supposed to get some type of money. She's supposed to get some type of compensation up front. Like up front, you're supposed to. It's just a must. It's a need. It's absolutely ridiculous to me for these girls to be wasting their own time. Do I feel sorry for Miranda? No. Because she should have known better. She should have watched more YouTube videos. She should have been on my channel to see what I had to say as far as, my advice that I give, towards the sugaring lifestyle. She should have been on some Facebook support groups, because there's a lot of sugar baby support groups on Facebook. Like, she should have been somewhere getting some type of advice before going on, a date with Fresh. Let a guy like Fresh run into me, baby. I'm gonna be all in them pockets. I'm gonna be swimming in the pockets. Oh, we swimming in the pockets. Oh, yeah, we swimming in the pockets. Oh, child, girl like me. Talking about she different. Yeah, she free coochie. That's why you trying to promote her like she's different. She's just free cat. That's all she was. How was that different? Free cat is everywhere. What's so different about that? Trying to put this white girl on a damn pedestal. Boy, bye. You clown. What a clown. Anyways, yeah. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna head out now. I run my mouth enough. You guys, I've spoke on this topic 100 times. I'm probably going to speak on it 100 more times. Get your money up front, man. Just get it up front. I remember one time I went to this club and I was freestyling that night. And I went to a club, right? And I purposely didn't pay for parking because I knew they were going to put they were going to put a boot on my car. So I just made it my mission to find a guy that night, because I really wanted a guy that's going to help me, financially. So, these guys will help you if you set it up the right way. Even a Dusty will help you pay your bills. Like, even a Dusty will come out of his pocket and give you money, because it's just in a man's nature. But if you're so naive about it, then it's stupid. You gotta be what's that phrase that everybody used to say back in the day? Damsel in distress. You gotta be a damsel in distress. So I had my whole damsel in distress story. I went into the club and literally I was in a line to get upstairs to get to the club. And I was standing in front of this really tall guy. He was kind of cute. And I was by myself. He was with his boys. And I just said, hey, I'm going to go to the restroom. Can you hold my spot in line? So he was like, yeah, sure. I'll hold your spot in line. So I went to the restroom. And literally when I came out, the line was like so long. And when I came out, the line was so short. So he literally waited for me at the door. He waited for me at the door because the line had already went in. And he waited for me. He was like, yeah, come on, come on. So that was so settled. And I didn't even realize I was shooting my shot. I just did it. I just did the damn thing. And it worked. So literally that night, like he spent the whole night with on my side, buying me drinks. He's like, hey, you thirsty? Because I didn't try to hover him. What I did was after, he waited on me and everything, we walked together upstairs and whatever. I was like, thank you for waiting on me or whatever. And then I kind of like, he went his way with his boys and then I went my way to the like corner by the bar. I knew what I was doing. Everything was strategic. So he approached me by the bar and he was like, hey, you thirsty? Do you want anything to drink or whatever? And I'm like, yeah, let's get us some Don Julio, let's get a shot of Don Julio, for a good time tonight. And we went, took a shot of Don Julio, and literally we danced the whole night away. It was so fun. And after, he was like, let me walk you to your car. After the club was done, lights cutting on and everything. He's like, let me walk you to your car. So he walked me to my car. And this guy was not rich, y'all. I wouldn't consider him a dusty because he had his own apartment and everything. So he wasn't dusty by any means, but he wasn't like top level established man. He was just an average guy, nice guy, an independent guy. He's not living with his mom on a couch. So not dusty in my book. Anyways, he walks me to my car. And long and behold, I already had the feeling while we were walking to the car that I was going to have a boot on my car. But we got to my car, and long and behold, there was a boot on my car, as I suspected. I thought there was going to be one, but I didn't mention that to him, but I already knew. So, I'm like, dang, I don't have any money. Oh, my God. How am I going to pay for this boot? And I called the people right there. I'm like, hey, how much is, to get this boot off of my car? The guy's like, oh, it's going to be $80 for me to come and take the boot off right now. And I'm like, oh my God, what if I don't have the money? He's like, well, just call me back when you have the money. Click. So I'm like, dang, the operator guy was just not having it. I guess he was busy booting other people's cars. So the guy that walked me to my car, he felt so bad because I was sitting there stressed. I'm like, oh my God, I don't even know because I'm not even working right now. I don't even have a car. How am I going to get home? Blah, blah, blah. I can't just leave my car here because they're going to be adding up the money every day that I leave the car here. The longer that this boot is on the car, the money's going to be racking up. So I don't know what to do. And I was sad about it. I wasn't crying or anything, but you could tell that I was stressed, damsel in distress. I was in distress. And he felt so bad. He was like, you know what? I'll pay for the boot, call the guy back. I'll pay for it or whatever. So I called the guy or whatever, and he had to give his credit card over the phone. After it was paid, the boot guy came 10 minutes later and took the boot off. And I was like, oh my God, thank you. Oh my God, thank you so much. You saved the day. Oh my God, that was so iconic. That lives in my mind rent free. Because I'm like, damn, I played it off from beginning to end, just all acting. And he would have never thought that I preyed on him that night because it just happened so naturally. But he just didn't know he was going to be my victim. He was my victim for the night. So he paid for the boot and everything, and I went home. And then after that, I gave him my number. He wanted to take me out on dates, and we continued dating after that. And he would pay for my phone bill, We would continue to go out. You know, I started like slowly but surely getting his pockets, but I didn't want to overstress him because he was a young guy. He was like just working at FedEx. You know, he made enough money to pay his bills, so I didn't want to completely drain his pockets. But you know, he was a nice guy, and I just thought that was so diabolical of me, how I just mustered up that plan, and it just went out so smooth. And I feel as though if ladies had game themselves, like if you had a real life game, you wouldn't have to be on websites looking for sugar daddies. You would be attracting guys everywhere you go. You would turn regular guys into sugar daddies. Like you would turn regular guys into like little guys that'll take care of you and you know send you money for lunch, buy you laptops, you know, pay half of your rent, you know, give you little things. Like these guys are more and willing to happy to provide, but you have to be that feminine woman. And y'all ladies be trying to go on these websites trying to find a shortcut. When I tell you it's so much fun when you meet guys in person, like it's just fun. Like it's so fun. It's so fun. I feel like it's so boring when you meet guys online because everybody has the same 5 lines that they repeat. It's annoying when you meet people in person. Like it's more authentic. Like you get to meet the person. You read their character right then and there when you meet them. So I just prefer meeting guys in person. That's just my personal thing, you know. So I always advocate for that. But I'm gonna find my provider husband. Y'all don't worry about me. I'm gonna find my provider husband. I'm just playing right now, you know. I'm just playing. I'm playing. I'm really playing. I'm really playing. But yeah, so did I want to add anything on? Every time I try to end the live, I'm just like, something else came to my mind. So let's see here. I think that's pretty much it. You guys. Like, man, I really need to hit the streets more often though, because I'm in Miami and I'm wasting my potential just sitting in a house every day. Like I could be out literally meeting guys all the time, but some guys are just so stingy. It's like I hate going through that process, meeting guys that are stingy. Like I just don't like it. It puts me in a position that I don't want to be in. When I meet a guy that just doesn't want to spend money, I just feel like though I get so mean. My energy gets so mean and gets so like I turn into like defensive. Like everything they say offends me. If a guy doesn't want to spend nothing, like no money on me, everything they say is offensive. I'm like, what do you mean by that? What do you mean? No, get away. Like, no, like, no. Like, I have a no attitude when I'm with a guy that don't spend money. But when I'm with a guy that spends money, oh, baby, I'm like a butterfly. I'm like floating. I'm like Moses walking on water. Or was it Moses or Jesus? I'm like Jesus walking on water. Like, nothing can touch me. And the guys always feed into my energy. Like, they love it. Like my ex keeps calling me now because he's like, damn, I really miss you. You're so bubbly. He's like, you have a really bubbly personality and I miss it. I'm like, well, you should have thought about that before, you know, you decided to, you know, stop giving me money. Like you should have thought about that. But I don't know, you guys. Do you guys think I should give my ex a chance? I talk about him frequently. He lives in my mind rent free too. Like, it's really hard getting over people. But I feel like I can do better. My cousin, she's hosting an event soon. So there's going to be a lot of hitters in the building. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to mingle and be like, hey, cousin, you need to help you with anything? You know, I can set up chairs. I can clean up after. I can, you know, help you. I could be a little assistant, you know. Whatever you need me to do, I'll do it. So, you know, she's going to be hosting a really big event. I'm going to be there. So hopefully I meet some big hitters, some big ballers, some shot callers. But obviously I'm going to be meeting artists, people who sing, people who perform. You know, I'm so scared to actually date like someone, like a celebrity. I don't know why. I think because I just don't like the attention. I like that my page is really quiet. I like that my YouTube channel is like very small. I like that I only have 1,500 followers on Instagram. I like that. I like my privacy. I feel like if I was dating a celebrity, it was just I would have like too many. I'll just have. I just don't like being on Front Street. I just don't. My cousin, that's all she like deals with. All her friends, everybody, they're all like celebrities and stuff. And I'm just like, I like being normal. I like being regular. So I gotta pick a struggle. I just have to pick a struggle at this point. But you guys, if y'all are in the live, please give my video a thumbs up. If you're watching this on the replay, also give my video a thumbs up. I would really, really appreciate that. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna find something to do. I'm really hungry. I might go get some brunch. Because I'm not even sleepy at all. I'm gonna go probably hit up some friends like, hey, I want to go to brunch. But it's the work week. I think my friends have work. I'm off for work today. I'm off for the next 3 days, so you guys probably see me. But I think I wanted to end the video with talking about like fake people, fakers, because there's a lot of content creators who are just not real and they're not authentic, and they're just not real. Like Fresh and Podcast, they're not real people. They don't live by the advice that they sell. The courses that they sell are trash. If you guys are out there like buying their courses, you're just naive. You have to be naive, or you just have too much money to spend. They're like another like Michaela Pink, just very fraudulent people. They just don't live the life that they claim that they do. It's all a facade. It's all smoke and mirrors. Like, I could be on here today. Like, I feel like my channel would be much more bigger if I got on here just capping, just lying. My channel would be so much bigger if I got on here just lying about being a sugar baby and just telling you guys false stories. Like, because anybody could literally come on YouTube and just say anything, like anything, make up stories, make up lies, and it's not true. But that's just not my character. I feel as though that's why my channel hasn't really taken off, because I just don't lie. I don't lie. Like, I could easily be that girl to be like, yeah, so I just got back from a sugar daddy date and he gave me $1,000 cash. Let's go ahead and do a money count. 1, this is all money from my sugar daddy. I didn't have to do anything at all to get this money. He just thought I was cute and pretty. I met him on a sugar baby app. And yeah, he didn't ask me for anything. He just thought I was super hot. And we went out and he gave me $1,000. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. Oh my God, there's extra. He gave me more. He loves me. There's extra here. Yeah. So if you guys want a consultation on how I got this money, please write me on my email below. Also follow my boutique on Instagram. I'm having a 15% discount sale for you guys. Of course, you'd never have sex with a sugar daddy. Like, no. Message me for your next consultation. I can teach you how to be leveled up. That is so funny. But yeah, like, I ain't gonna lie to you. Anytime I did anything with a man, as far as like sugar daddies are concerned, like I was paid. Like I was paid for my services. Like I was paid, absolutely paid. Like y'all see my my money counts before. Like y'all see me count money plenty of times on here. Obviously, this is not money that anybody gave me. I had to work for this. This is money from my job. My job is my sugar daddy. This is actually my rent, y'all. My landlord's gonna come pick it up today, so I'm not even gonna have this money for long. But like, there's just so much cap on the internet. If I was one of those girls who just got on here cap every day, man, my channel would be so big. My channel would be so freaking big. If I was out here living in debt, just having hella charges on my credit card, maxing out credit cards, just to build up this facade, that's just not true. I would have so many subscribers, but my soul would be empty. Like, I would just look at myself. I couldn't look at myself in the mirror knowing that I'm just sitting here lying to a whole bunch of strangers. Like, what's the point of that? What's the point of that? I'm too real. Like, I'm too real in the field. I just can't do that. I would go against my morality. And that's one thing I always wanted to keep. I wanted to always keep myself grounded in myself. And lying is just gonna take you to another dimension that you're not ready for. That's what Fresh is dealing with right now. Like, nobody believes him. Anytime he gets on live, like they call him Captain Cat, because he just stayed lying. Even his like co-host, the other guy, like, they just steady lying. They contradict themselves. They give you all this material. They give you all this unsolicited advice, but they just don't live that life. Honestly, they don't. Like, they could be playboys all they want to be, but after a certain age, they're gonna want to settle down, or after a certain age, they're gonna get tired of being lonely. They're gonna find some girl to spend money on. Like, obviously, dating a younger guy is most likely not going to be a beneficial Is not going to be a beneficial situation for you as a woman. So it's just best, like, stick to the older guys. If you really about that money action, if you really about that money play, stick to the older guys, or stick to the guys who are raised to take care of women. Because I've dealt with 30-year-olds who did little things for me. You feel me? There's a guy I'm talking to currently. We haven't spoken in the past couple of days, but like, literally, he offered to buy me a TV and do all this stuff for me. Like, obviously, he could be selling dreams, but I'm gonna take him out on his offer. One of these days, I'm gonna take him on his offer and be like, "Where's that TV? Like, where's that TV? That I forgot. Where is it?" He probably skedaddle from then, but that'll be okay with me. But I'm not gonna let a guy sell me dreams and think I'm not gonna try to cash in on that. Like, I'm gonna try to cash in that check. They always say don't write checks you can't cash. All right, so don't let these guys sell you dreams that they can't bring into reality. Okay. Alrighty, so I think that's my piece of advice for tonight. I'm hungry now. Yeah, I might come back later to give you guys some more, react to some more videos. Who knows? But if you're on the chat, if you're on the live, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. Okay. Okay. Okay, y'all. Let me stop being dramatic. But alrighty, guys. See y'all on the next one.